21 provinces, 17 regions, almost 7,107 islands.
Wanna see you touch the ground. Don't be shy, girl, go bonanza. Shake your body like a belly dancer. Hey, ladies, drop
In
it
countries
down.
to travel, visit, and enjoy
Hey, girl,
the Philippines.
excuse me, beg your pardon.
Mabuhay travelers! I am Kathleen M. Nunag from BSTM 424. And for today's video, I will going to tour you around from the country of the Philippines. Tara!
Philippines were claimed in the name of Spain in 1521 by Ferdinand Magellan, a Portuguese explorer sailing for Spain, who named the island after King Philip II of Spain. They were then called Las Filipinas. And in terms of architecture, Philippines today is the result of a natural growth, enriched with the absorption of varied influences. It developed from the pre-colonial influences of our neighboring Malay brothers. Continuing in the Spanish colonial period, the American Commonwealth period, and the modern contemporary times. As a result, the Philippines has become an architectural melting spot, uniquely Filipino with a tinge of the Occidental. Genius Loci. Tuti Villalon gave an idea of what Genius Loci is and shed light on how heritage conservation is also what people feel and remember. Despite his vast experience and knowledge when it came to special places such as heritage sites, he still seemed to grasp for words when asked about Genius Loci, or the spirit of the place, which he said is essential to successful place making. The definition exists in the realm of intangible and subconscious feelings. While it took some time to pin down, Villalon was able to give an idea of what that spirit is. But more importantly, he also shed light on how heritage conservation is more than just preserving what people see, but also what they feel and remember. Fashion and design. The national costume of the Philippines, the Barot Saya, is an elegant hybrid of Filipino and Spanish clothing styles. The term itself comes from the Tagalog words Barot at Saya, or blouse and skirt, still the basic components of the ensemble. Filipino design today is a hybrid influences not only from the colonial architecture but also from inspiration absorbed through an ever-growing array of platforms. I think that we have seen how styles coming from Europe such as Art Deco and Modernist expression have found their way into the Filipino design lexicon. Filipino music tells the story of the Philippines, always international history through its melody, rhythm, and choices of instruments. The arts and craft. Philippine art as Filipino, the idea was that the depiction of everyday life and the surroundings without idealizing them was closest in the spirit to the Filipino soul and native soil. The traditional arts in the Philippines encompass folk architecture, maritime transport, weaving, carving, folk performing arts, ornament, textile, pottery, and other artistic expressions of traditional culture. Belief. Most early Filipinos believe in worshipping different gods, creatures, and spirits. They appease them through various practices, sacrifices, and rituals. However, due to the Philippines having a long history of colonization, religious belief and traditions have changed from animism to Christianity. Knowledge. 5 remarkable things invented by Filipino. The first one is the bamboo incubator by Fidel Mundo, 1941. The second one is the erythromycin, invented by Dr. Aguilar Antibiotics Discovery, 1952. The third one is the Challenge 21 by Mr. Leonardo M. Yo 2005. The fourth one is the Video Phone by Gregorio E. Zara 1955. And the last one is the PC Chipset by Diosdado P. Banatao 1958. The language. Tagalog is a language that originated in the Philippines island. It is the first language of most others. More than 50 million Filipinos speak Tagalog in the Philippines, and 24 million people speak the language worldwide. Sports and games. There are 6 major sports in the Philippines. Those are basketball, boxing, tennis, football, billiards, and volleyball. The games of the Philippines: the patintero, agawan base, luksong baka, luksong tinik, tumbang preso, 10-20, lupa langit, tiko, dampa, and sipa. Pastime. 4 of the top Filipino pastimes: the basketball, the number 1 pastime for locals in the Philippines. Karaoke, notably a very Asian pastime. Karaoke reigns supreme in the Philippines. Hanging out in the mall. Bumming around the mall may bring back 80s and 90s, flashback to the classic like Clueless, and even Never Been Kissed. But in the Philippines, people go to mall for a whole different reasons. Last one is hanging out. The Western world treats eating out as a special occasion or a celebration for a job well done. Constitution of the Philippines. First, the Philippine government. Second, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Third, the National Economic and Development Agency. Fourth, the Philippine Statistics Authority. Fifth, the Department of Finance. Sixth, Department of Foreign Affairs. Seventh, the Department of Tourism. Eighth, the Department of Public Works and Highways. Ninth, the Department of Labor and Employment. 10. Department of Environment and Natural Resources. 11. Department of Trade and Industry. Observance and celebration. Festival in the Philippines are an integral aspect of the local culture, known for their grand, vibrant celebrations. Festival in the Philippines are a fairly common occurrence with over 42,000 major and minor festivals celebrated across the country. Performance activity in the Philippines: the theater, the live band, going in the beach, and celebration of Christmas. Stories in the Philippines: Noli Me Tangere by Dr. Jose Rizal, Florante at Laura by Francisco Balagtas, Mga Ibong Mandaragit by Amado V. Hernandez, The Woman Who Had Two Novels by Nick Joaquin, Puon, a novel by F. Chanel Jose, Banaag at Sikat by Lupi P. Santos, Ilustrado by Miguel Sihoku, Dekada 70 by Luwalhati Bautista, Smaller and Smaller Circles by F. H. Batacan, and Mga Kwentong Chok ni Bob Ong. Heritage food of the Philippines: tinolang manok, reference in Jose Rizal's book, Noli Me Tangere; arroz caldo, influenced by Chinese and Spanish; chicken adobo, influenced by Spanish; lumpia, influenced by Chinese; pancit, influenced by Chinese; sinigang, influenced by native; and siopaw, influenced by Chinese. Smile and shine! Thank you for watching!